Queen's Park with one of the biggest shocks in Scottish Cup history.
And upon impact, I heard laughter.
That was just... I've not even get words for it, to be honest with you, Tomo.
See, when you're having a bad day, you forget to do the small things, don't you? Rangers are out of the Scottish Cup. Not to a great game of football, not to a very good, not to a top team. That's not fair on Queen's Park. But Rangers are out of the Scottish Cup after being beat 1-0 at home against fifth in the Championship, Queen's Park. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. I defended this team to my detriment, to people actually having a go at me. And I was thinking to myself, people are just being reactionary. Yeah, we didn't really bring anybody in January, but look who we get out. Look at the youngsters we're bringing into the team. You give them 45 minutes, you take them off, and then you play worse. So look at that. No monologue today, folks. No long spouting, me shouting and screaming about how terrible Rangers are. I'm going to try my best to keep my cool today, but it's not going to be easy because that was atrocious. That was worse than what we have seen a lot of this season. Got quite a lot of people watching for obvious reasons, so I will try and get as many comments up as I can. Aaron, your thoughts, please, on Rangers crashing out of the Scottish Cup. The last trophy we had to go for, by the way, in Scotland, the Queen's Park at home.
Like I said to you before we came live, Rangers are very good at this, and they have been over the last few months. Lure us into a false sense of security. They seem to get a bit of consistency. They seem to be winning games quite comfortably, scoring a lot of goals, things we haven't seen. And here we are again. We're facing a really, really bad defeat. And it's not only a bad defeat, like you said, it's the last chance of silverware for our season. What have we got to play for now? In my eyes, I just don't have anything else more to say. It's just
Queen's Park, apart from the goalkeeper, done almost nothing. Kenny, one attack all game. Well, that's all you need against Rangers.
Yeah, this has got to be a struggle for me, boy.
Did that break your heart, mate? Aye. You greeting? Aye.
I sat and watched that. It's got to fall, not solely, but a large percentage on the manager now. We've no trophies. We're how many points? 13 odd in the league. We're just a shadow. And as you're rightly saying, Ian, see, at the end of the day, they always lead us down this path, and then we get excited about a bit of a run, and then completely and utterly tear us to shreds. There'll be Celtic fans, rightly so, because we would be the same, digging into us about it. But it's farcical now. We don't want to turn into the Man Uniteds anymore. We're through. We're finished. It should be fighting for titles. No, the title's done and no trophies by, as you were saying, Martin, February. It has to fall at the manager now. We have to get a change, some sort of change, and new ideas, harder to beat, a bit of an identity, and just take it forward, because it's not funny anymore.
Raging, isn't he? Fuming.
That's no Rangers. And we've not been Rangers for a very, very long time. And now I'm fed up saying, but we've had a good run in Europe and we've done well for 3 games in a row. Nah, the statistics are showing you, if you read them, that we're really far off it. And I think Clement's really out his depth with this goldfish bowl that is Scotland. It has to change because we've went through enough now.
Enjoy this.
This is the reason, today's the reason why it's so blatantly obvious that Clement should no longer be our manager.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And hello everybody, Rangers are out of the Scottish Cup as we lost to second division side Queen's Park at home at Ibrox. It was 10 days ago, literally, where I was on this stream on Cloud 9 after Rangers got to the top 8 of the Europa League and qualified.
I couldn't give a fuck.
I spoke about how, we're turning a new tide and we're looking like a better team. And I felt that, we could go and make a serious impact within the Europa League and go and probably clean up the only trophy that we could possibly get our hands on domestically this season, that being the Scottish Cup. And we have gone out and failed to get to the quarterfinals of the competition, as we have lost to Queen's Park at Ibrox. I mean, it's absolutely humiliating.
Oh, lovely.
It's I'm lost for words. Firstly, there is no excuse for Rangers to lose to a lower league team. That just doesn't happen. And even if it does happen, those freak occasions, they certainly cannot be at Ibrox, our home, our fortress supposed to be. We've lost at Ibrox to a second division team. This is as humiliating as it gets.
Oh, lovely.
Rangers managers don't survive humiliations against smaller or lower division teams. A decent result in the Scottish Premiership, then you follow up with something that just brings you back down to rock bottom, like this today against Queen's Park. Now, on the game in diagnosis here, I can't be arsed talking about it because you all watched it. It was shocking. The first half, we huffed and puffed, but reality is there was lack of quality there in the pitch. You know, we just weren't doing enough. This is a second division team at Ibrox as well. Second half, we arguably look worse. And then, of course, that they get their goal, and still then you're expecting Rangers to still get us through over the line. We get a last-minute penalty and we miss it. It's humiliating. It's a humiliation.
Oh, lovely.
It's a humiliation, and we're out of the Scottish Cup. I don't want to sound like an absolute idiot, because I'm constantly on here, and I was prior to Christmas going, look, Philippe Clement needs to go. Philippe Clement needs to go. He needs to go. We need a new manager. We need to change things about. Then he goes on a different run and then sorts us out a little bit and gets us into the Europa League, and there's positives, and you're like, yes, let's trust the process, this young team. And then all of a sudden, you just brought down to rock bottom with crap like that. And a shocking result like that. There's no getting away with it. This is one of our darkest results ever. This is humiliating.
Oh, lovely.
This is bad. This is really, really, really bad. Losing to a second division team in the Scottish Cup at home is embarrassing as it gets. It doesn't get any more embarrassing than that. It's humiliating.
Oh, lovely.
It's genuinely humiliating. There has to be a conversation over the manager. It's frustrating. It's humiliating. It's a dark day. It's a dark day at Rangers Football Club. We're humiliated.
Oh, lovely.
We've lost to a second division team. There's nothing lower than that. I mean, losing to a third division team, I suppose, but losing to a second division team at Ibrox is unforgivable. And quite frankly, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
Get it up, yeah. Get it up, yeah.
It's so frustrating and actually so disgusting.
But how fitting that James Tavernier hands another bloody trophy to, I mean, not Rangers way, put it that way, but Clement has got to go. I mean, that's stating the obvious, but I'm not convinced he goes after this. I mean, I think the hype in the last couple of weeks as well, it appears nothing he does in the league's going to get him sacked. So is that going to have to resolve itself in the cup? And I look at it and I think, Jesus Christ, I mean, the season is officially dead. You just need to put a big permanent marker through this season. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll great, won't you? I mean, come on. Because what is going on?
Fighting, or whatever it is. Fish 990's right. We spent champagne money on bottles of Frosty Jacks.
So I'm laughing. It's a brilliant statement.
That is the perfect analogy. Now, I'm going to apologise to everybody because I'm going to play this. And he's only going to like it. He's only going to be happy. I've not heard it, but I can only imagine what's been said. Clement spoke to Premier Sports after that. And let's hear what he's going to say.
Super frustrating. First half, too low tempo. We had the chances to come in front. You dominate all the game also. Second half, we raise our tempo. We have today the most chances we had this season with 30 chances, but no goals, even a penalty not scoring. And you get one shot on target and you receive the goal. So it's a hold-up, but we should have scored more goals. And at the end, it's about that. And you're out of the cup. So it's super frustrating. Not enough tempo. Still the chances and no composure. 30 chances in a game. That's a lot, or 30 shots towards goal. It's a lot. It's a lot, but not enough quality.
What's the mood like in the dressing room after that?
They're all down, and it should be. They built credit back the last weeks, the last months with the fan. Today, they lost everything against Queen's Park in the cup. You need composure in these moments, and you need overview. We came so many times. We had so many times. Because of that, we're out of the cup.
Given the gap in the league, obviously losing the League Cup final and now out of the Scottish Cup, can a Rangers manager survive potentially ending a season without a trophy?
It happened several times in the past. We know it's a rebuild. I'm focused on this game, on the next game. I don't think you can ask much more than to get 30 chances, and nothing to do with tactics or whatever. It's about the quality of the moment, and that we missed today.
So you're confident as Rangers manager in your position at the moment after that?
Yes, I'm confident about that. Everybody knows. Last week, everybody was saying that the team is taking good steps and growing. You lose a game where you normally have to win 99 out of 100, that things change about the way things are working. If you do that, then you're only living in emotions, and then there will never be stability in this club.
Wow.
Thanks, Philippe.
Wow.
So
living in emotions.
So it doesn't matter, Kenny. It really doesn't matter because it's a rebuild. Doesn't matter.
No. This guy is just, I don't know, I'm beyond angry.
Raging, isn't he? Fuming.
The enormity of what's just happened, and confidently stating that it's happened in the past, saved my job, no bother. Listen, we're all on, you're talking about emotion. The emotional roller coaster we've been under since the people that make the decisions and his management has caused has been ridiculous. He's deluded.
I don't think you can survive it, mate, and it's happened too often away from home because we've had performances like that. Dundee and Ross County last year with a lack of motivation. We've got it wrong, and it's happened too often, mate.
But that young team were actually taking the ball off of some of our better players. Talking reputedly better players. But I can tell you now, in all my life going to see Rangers, I have never seen a poorer performance. That is the worst performance I've ever seen.
End of.
They're in a place where they can pay 1.2 million to Dundee in January and bring that player in who's probably not going to be, he's not going to start that many games, and he might come off the bench and he'll pick up himself a league winners medal, and they'll probably sell him in a couple of years for 2 or 3 million, right? Celtic can do that. Like you've just said, we can't even negotiate $500,000 for Dundee in January.
Can you get asked for here, mate?
There is a chasm between the two teams. Maybe not quite on the park. Maybe you can look at the players in the park and you can go, see if we bring in one player here, one player there, one player there, and then the youngsters, maybe we've got something. There's a chasm between the two clubs, Kenny. There's a massive
financially, aye.
Maybe if you have a job, Martin, you're not going to wipe your ass for you, Martin.
Financially, definitely, but when we gave them a scudding on the park, it's potentially there if we try and we get the right person.
If we were level on points with them in the league, but would we have given them a scudding? That's a question that we need answered.
That's a very good question, especially mentality-wise with the players we have, because there's a different type of pressure, which we're just talking about, and I totally agree with you. It's an absolute farce what's happening.
We just got humiliated by a second division football scene. I seem like you supplied the third division or the second division that just come to Ibrox on the 5th round of the Scottish Cup and beat us, you know. And they were by far the best team. They were by far the best team, you know, and they outplayed us.
Yes, I can definitely smell shite.
Should I say anything beyond that? I don't think so, mate. I'm just like done by here, you know. And this is just like a joke. This is an abuse. The club is abusing its fans. This is abuse.
Shut up, dickhead.
This is unacceptable, you know. So yeah, February 2025, the season's over. Scumbags will probably get another treble, and that was pretty much it, you know.
Everything you've said has been absolutely correct. We're struggling here with a lame duck manager. We're struggling here with an inept squad. We're struggling financially as a club. Where it turns the corner, I don't know. You talk about investment, I don't care where it comes to. There's a lot of questions, but there's not a lot of answers for Rangers. This is going to be the lowest of the low today. And whether people will turn out to watch this for the remainder of the season remains to be seen. It's Sunday the 9th of February and our season is over.
He will fuck off. Off he will fuck.